It is the Warriors taking on the Tigers. The Tigers are pretty much unchanged. A couple of changes to their forward pack, though, as Garner and Twal come in. Bloor also makes the 17 after his big performance last week and going up against Nathan Brown. The Warriors, though, very different story. Obviously, a few of their players have now gone home and they have to bring in reinforcements, and they have done in the form of Jennings and Alvaro from the Parramatta Eels, who do take up their place in the starting lineup. Herbert goes into the wing for Fosatua, Pompey moving into cover his centre spot. I mean, it's a tough ask for the Warriors at this point.
Yeah, look, I will say 2 weeks ago I predicted that the last game that the Warriors had with those four around in the squad, they'd get up for it. Obviously, I was a week late on that tip, but boy, did they get up! Did they get up against the Roosters side? You didn't expect them to be leading at halftime. Yeah, look, I'm not going to speak for you. The Tigers, for me, an easy pick here. George Jennings is, I mean, you saw when he filled in, 2 weeks ago against Manly, I believe. He has a tendency to come up in defence and get really caught out of line. So an easy, now assuming that the numbers line up how they should, an easy anytime try scorer for me is David Nofaluma. I'm not going to give you any game insight here. It's just Tigers all the way for me. The Warriors, like you said, it's a tough ask for them. Their forward pack is strong. Don't get me wrong. I love their forward pack, but their back line outside of Roger just doesn't fill me with any confidence whatsoever. Definitely David Nofaluma as an anytime try scorer. Only paying $1.45 on Sportsbet. So not a ton of value there. Well, realistically, none at all. But a very likely candidate for one, if not two. I think if you do want to look at a little bit of value, I potentially could see someone like a Benji Marshall or a Josh Aloiai going over. As the game goes on, we saw the Warriors start to tire out a little bit throughout the middle. Aloiai, known for a cheeky dive into the guts, he's paying $6.50. Benji Marshall at $4.20. I think he can get a bag here. I'm going to go Aloiai for the value, paying at $6.50 on Sportsbet, and take into account this is $5.15 on Tuesday. So for those that are looking, odds probably will change, but that is screaming great, juicy value. I'm not going to suggest this one to everyone, but Luciano Leilua at $3.10, also a handy shout. Katoa, great in attack, has a defensive lapse every now and then, and if the Tigers do get on a roll, Leilua will benefit.
I'm going to look to the averages. So the average points scored for the Tigers is at 23. The Warriors 12 points scored, average points conceded 18 points, average points conceded for the Warriors 25. For me, I mean, even based on the previous form of these two sides, it's one team or the other by a fair whack. So I'm gonna go with the Tigers to win both halves. And if you're feeling optimistic, back the over as well, just because the Tigers have been in a good vein of form. The Warriors do tend to struggle defensively, which I know against the Roosters they really did turn up. But that was their last hurrah for me. That was let's do it big. There's boys going home. We kind of know it's downhill from here. So with that, I'd say Tigers to win both halves, as well as put it on and over 37.5. If they offer you that, because that'll come in for me.
Yeah, I having a look at the market. The Tigers 13 plus currently paying 172. I'm going to throw that in my suggestions as well. I think the Warriors are going to be on a bit of an emotional roller coaster. Here's that downhill as they've got two new loan players coming in. Hetherington's been great for them. The Alvaro coming in off the bench and Jennings on the wing means they have to readjust. They have to get the structure back in their back line. Tigers are going to pepper that right side or left side. Sorry, Nofaluma's wing. 13 plus at $1.72. Too good for me.
Yeah. Okay. And then we'll move on to the next